everybody, DeathsStalker here. So the day I'm recording this video, now it's going to be almost a week later for you, is actually the anniversary of Nicky Hayden's death. Now, if you don't know who Nicky Hayden is, you know, and you ride a motorcycle, you should be ashamed, but some people actually might not know him. Nicky Hayden was a Kentucky kid. He was the youngest AMA Superbike champion, youngest guy to win an AMA Superbike race, and he went on to race MotoGP, and in 2006 he beat Valentino Rossi to win the World Championship. And anybody who's ever talked to him, known him, met him, he's the nicest guy around. No one has ever had a bad thing to say about him. Teams loved him, you know, the fans, everybody. Never got to talk to him personally, but I did kibitz with him a few times on Instagram, and he was always, you know, good for a laugh. Actually, there's a broadcaster named Greg White. He had a YouTube channel, and he uploaded all kinds of videos of him hanging out in Nicky's garage, and it was just, you know, it was all good. Like, it was really worth watching. Just go up this way, because I haven't gone this way in a long time. So anyways, he surprisingly, like when you hear of a racer dying, like you first think someone had died in a crash in the track, and it does happen, but with Nicky's case, it happened when he was training, and I'm not going to go too much into the details about it, but he was on a bicycle in Italy riding, and from everything that's been said in the news and whatnot, says that he either stopped and didn't look, or he cruised through a stop sign and got hit by a car. And you know, that's bad. It didn't help either that the guy who hit him actually was speeding, but again, it was one of those ones where everyone was at fault. But again, it was just sad. Like, he was engaged to be married, and you know, he was racing World Superbikes at the time, and it just sucks. Now, you know, I'm old, I'm not going to deny that, and another case that was very similar to this was when Mike Halewood got killed in a road accident. Now, Mike Halewood, pretty much everyone who rides motorcycles would have heard of him. His nickname was Mike the Bike. He was like one of the greatest all-time natural racers in history, and he was coming from someplace with his children in his car, and a lorry driver, a truck driver to us, made an illegal U-turn right in front of him, and he died along with one of his children, and the other one survived. And that was just, you know, beyond tragic. When I was racing, we had a guy the week before our nationals who got killed in a road accident. A very nice guy. I never met him, but several of my friends had met him and hung out with him at, you know, we used to have like barbecue parties at the track, and he's an awesome guy. And the details were like even sadder, is that he was a super stand-up kid, like really, really good, and he was out with some friends of his riding along in their car, and he was in the back seat of the car, and what happened was the driver lost control and hit a rock abutment up north where he lives, like this hill you see here. If this was rock, they would just cut and dynamite the rock out to make the road fit through, and the edges would, you know, be rock sitting there, and that's the way it's done up north. And he was the only one in the car wearing a seatbelt, and he was the only one that died in the accident. So you can sort of, you know, you can see how tragic it is. Like when someone, like a racer, dies on the track, like it's still sad and tragic, but they were doing what they love. And when they have a situation where someone passes away, you know, in, you know, it's supposed to be a much safer situation, It's just terrible. But, you know, it's always sad too, especially when it's someone young, and you know they still got a long section of life ahead of them. So on this day, I'm just you know, remembering Nicky, you know, and all the other people I've known who have left the earth too soon. So, you know, the hashtag is Ride On Kentucky Kid. DeathsStalker signing off.